Alrighty, welcome to the PSBS As He Plays PlayStation Podcast. I'm your host, Cody PSN Body Boys, and my co-host here is
It's your Ritas, double is.
yes. And this week we have a guest on again. This week, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm David Moore from the Living Room Clutter podcast, all about rhythm gaming, Guitar Hero, Rock Band nonsense. Woohoo!
Yes.
And it's very appropriate that you're here, since there was a lot of stuff in the Rock Band sphere this week. There's some stuff in Guitar Hero as well. But we care about Rock Band.
Who cares about Guitar Hero?
But we care about Rock Band at this point.
Yes.
And how it's evolving. And, you know, there's a new patch today, which, even though I don't think any of us were able to try out.
Dude, that patch is like almost 4 gigs, so I just finished downloading it.
Oh, it is not 4 gigs.
3.8, sorry.
Oh my god.
That's as much as the game. So basically, Rock Band 4 2.0 came out today.
Yeah, 3.8 gigs, and I just finished downloading it.
Wait, the game is only 4 gigs?
Yeah.
This is a small game. That's why it's a $30 game. Well, it is because the guitar bundle is $130, and they sell the guitars by themselves for $100. So,
but just buying the game by itself is $60 at Best Buy or anywhere.
Well, yeah, but it's not worth that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we're gonna get into some Rock Band stuff.
Yeah, we'll get into Rock Band on the other half of the show. But what we have this week?
Well, speaking of updates, though, because we mentioned that the Rock Band update today, massive 3.8 gig update.
Yeah.
There was a couple other big updates today for some other games.
Oh, it's always the update day.
Yeah, because I turned on my PlayStation when I got home today, and like 3 updates popped up. The Guitar Hero one popped up, 3.8 gigs. I was like, oh my god. Fallout 4 has an update today, 1.02. It's only about 500 megabytes, so it's not too big. It just finished downloading. Yep, installed. If you heard the ding.
Any noteworthy stuff in the Fallout 4 patch?
For the Fallout,
didn't seem like it added a lot.
No, this is not a features update. This is just stability and stuff like that. Not
like stuff for quests and stuff that.
It's a Bethesda game. Of course, it needs bug fixes.
Yeah, I mean, just stability and stuff. This isn't like the content one, like, because they did say, you know, there would eventually be like content updates that like add new features to the game, but this is not that. This is just stability and stuff like that. And the update's been available, I think, on PC since last week. This is like consoles getting it this week. So there's that. And then of course, Destiny had an update today. Massive update, by the way, 18 gigs.
18 gigs. Good lord.
18 gig update, and it finished downloading on my system. This one, of course, is for all the new content and events coming up, including Sparrow Races starting today.
Now, I got a question for David.
Okay.
Do you care about Destiny at all?
Well, over the week to prepare for your show, specifically, this is the only reason I decided to play that Destiny demo that's been sitting on my PS4.
The demo.
What's wrong with the demo? I hated it. I don't care about this game at all.
Yeah, I know.
It's like an up-res madness, even crazy version of Halo, and like, who cares? Like, come on.
That's what I say.
Yeah, but wait, can you play with people in the demo though? You just by yourself.
I'm pretty sure it's just a campaign.
I'm sure you're just by yourself.
Well,
I'm pretty sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's a demo, so you're not playing online with people, and like that's the point. Like, you're supposed to friends. Like, if you play Destiny by yourself, you're not gonna have fun. It's like Borderlands. Borderlands isn't as fun when you play by yourself.
I don't know. It's either way. If you play it by yourself or with friends, it's not fun. Yeah. But I digress.
All right.
I digress. I have played Destiny since the month it was released. So look, that 18 gig patch came out today. So odds are it added a lot. And actually, the Sparrow racing was something that I had dreamed of when actually Destiny had first released. So I'm glad it's there, but it's so stupid as hell that it's only there for a limited time.
To be fair, there's a bunch of people who do like Destiny. Right? So, like, obviously it's for somebody, but it's not for me or you.
Nope. Not at all. And I used to like Bungie. Not anymore. They're not speaking to me.
Okay, so, I mean, I liked Halo 3 and 2, right? Like, as game, I can't believe we're talking about Xbox here for a minute, but Rock Band, Halo. This is how much I talk about Rock Band. Halo's 2 and 3. I played the crap out of. Who's got yelling people in their hallway?
Oh, Andrew, do you have your mic plugged in?
Yeah.
Then man, they must be speaking really loud. Your earbuds are picking them up.
Yeah, they must be.
It must be a party wherever he is.
Yeah. See, we get, like I said, like we said this one episode, we give off a live feeling despite the fact we don't do a live show.
We do not do a live show.
But it feels
I
live.
used to do a show. I used to do a show in a hallway to get that feeling. Like people used to run by and go like, "It's a conspiracy," and like they would just run into the microphone and say things like that, and then run away. We're like, okay. So we've done that.
Yeah, I've always.
I'm pretty sure you're in a hallway, Andrew. It just sounds like.
I'm it's kind of like one of those solitary confinement things that like you wear a straitjacket and stuff like that.
All right.
But anyways, can we stop talking about Destiny, please?
Yeah, I want to talk.
Yeah,
no.
It's a sensitive topic.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to talk about it. I just brought up the fact
Then
that
I elaborated on it because I was curious if David had ever played. I was just curious if David's ever played Destiny.
I can't even understand why anybody's bought that game multiple times.
That's what I think.
Because it's like you bought a season pass, so you bought the game again essentially, and then they released more that wasn't part of your season pass, so you bought the game for a third time. Yet there's a huge wave of people that are like you and me who don't even care about this game.
No.
And yet there's another wave of people who just care so much. It's like, all that content should have been there from day one, and then maybe this might have been a great game.
I mean, I'm sure probably, like, the sad thing, it probably is a great game. I don't know it.
No.
I don't care to look.
Best shooter 2015 is Splatoon on the Wii U, and we all just need to suck it up. I love PlayStation, don't get me wrong.
You love PlayStation. Well, I mean, Destiny is a PlayStation-branded thing, even though it's on Xbox.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's why Splatoon is a better shooter, though, because it's by itself on Nintendo. But, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that was update on updates. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, let's go into some just general news, and then we're going to dive into some Rock Band-related news, because it's a specialty of our guest host here. So, yeah, as far as some general news, it's kind of just some little details that kind of fell through the cracks at PX,
Fell through the cracks.
Yeah, stuff coming into light. One such is that Sony announced a new 12-month subscription plan to PlayStation Now.
Stop it. Okay, can someone explain what PlayStation Now is?
Yes, PlayStation Now.
Okay, I know what it is. Explain to me why I would pay for it.
Okay, yeah, PlayStation Now, like, if you don't know, it's just the subscription service where you can stream PS3 games to your PS4, or if you have, like, a Sony Blu-ray player or something, you can also stream to
Or a TV.
Or TV, yeah. So, yeah, before it was just a 1 month, 3 month model, and now they have a 12-month model. And the 12-month model is now priced at $99 a month.
Temporarily.
Yeah, it's like a
$99 for a year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not a month, but
yeah, oh my god. A month? Oh.
I still don't know what you get out of this.
Well, you get PS3 games. There's a library of PS3 games, kind of like you'd be on.
It's a big library of PS3 games, but like
Netflix.
Here's the catch is that you need to have a damn good connection, like a really good connection. Like you best be living by yourself, or like somewhere where that nothing else is taking up bandwidth, because man, it asks a lot of you. Like at my house, I say I have pretty good connection. But nope, I'm basically forced to be basically plugged into an Ethernet cord in order for it to run like perfectly or smoothly, as best as it can be.
Yeah, I mean it's even recommended when you play it. Like it says, recommended Ethernet connection for best quality.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
So wait, but tell me the games that I'm getting, because I've never subscribed to this because I'm not going to.
I mean, they covered all spectrums on PS3 really. There's really none that are like missing, I think.
Yeah. Okay, except like the fact that like Grand Theft Auto 5 got released for the PS3. So can I play the games that I could buy for the PS4? No, probably not, right?
Well, they got a subscription, so it's just what's there. So like they have games like BioShock, BioShock 2, and I think BioShock Infinite. I think they got all the BioShocks now. You know,
I don't
Capcom.
believe any Rockstar games are on.
No, they put a lot of
no.
they put a lot of Capcom stuff. Just put out some new things. There's God of War is there. A lot of the first party stuff's there. Last of Us is there. God of War is there.
Mhm.
But since they, I mean, here's how little we kind of follow PlayStation now. But like since they've done the subscription model, is there still the individual ones you can get? I think there's just the individual ones you can pay for. So there's probably some more individual ones that are outside of the subscription. You know, I don't know if there's any Rockstar ones in there.
So wait, so you can buy PS3 games and play them on your PS4?
You can't buy them.
You rent them.
You rent them.
But you can rent specific games by themselves.
Yes.
This is so dumb. This is like the confusion that Amazon does. You pay $90 a year to get the free 2-day shipping, but you also get Amazon Prime Video, but you can also buy and rent movies within Amazon Prime Video.
Yes.
So
those are for the videos that are not on Prime Video. Like freaking what came out this week? Okay, Ant-Man. Like that's not going to be on Prime Video.
I understand that, but the confusion understanding of like what is there and what's not. You click on things and then it's like, oh, this one costs money. Oh, I can't watch that one. Oh, I can't play this game apparently. I don't know. I hate it.
Well, no, I don't waste my breath too much on PlayStation now because ever since E3 2015, when Microsoft announced their stuff, it's basically just done. So, I mean granted, I don't think there's many Xbox One backwards compatible games as there is PlayStation Now games, but like at least with Xbox backwards compatibility, it's a little more accessible and
it means put the game in.
It means put the game in,
which is what it should be.
Well,
it's not like PS3 games are hard or rare to find.
Some might be, but that's far in between.
Yeah, but I mean, it's supposed to be for is like people have a PS4 and don't have a. No. Supposedly what's for. So you know, it's just that, and I mean, it's one of those things where like. You know, if you do have a good connection, it could be worth it because it's accessible on so many devices. Like you can play this on your PS4, you can play
or
this
even on your Vita.
On your Vita, yeah, you can play this on your Vita. You can play this on like a Blu-ray player if you had like one in the room, or if you had like a Sony TV in the living room and you had a PlayStation in the other room. So like, you know, if you did have a good connection, you could access this on multiple devices, so you could get a little more out of it. And like a lot of people are pointing out, I mean, $99 a year, that's technically. You know, only a slightly more than what Amazon is. It's like I said, Amazon's like $90, or I thought it was $100, but I guess it's only $90 a year for Amazon Prime, and it's less than Netflix. You end up paying for Netflix a year.
I mean, you pay if you play 5 games. If you play 5 games a year, then it's almost worth it because you're buying most used PS3 games for like $20.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. That's kind of how I try to look at those things. It's like Netflix, where I like watch hundreds and hundreds of things, so I feel like I'm getting my money's worth no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, those things aside, those barriers aside, it might be a decent deal. I mean, it's not something I'm willing to pick up at all. I mean, we've had our PS3 Spectrum pretty covered. If anything, you know, we would just like simply the fact of the PS4 being backwards compatible, so then we wouldn't have to worry about any kind of latency, but doesn't seem like that's happening. I mean, that's what PlayStation Now as a service was picked up for.
No Sony console from this point forward will ever be backward compatible because they've proven that they don't need to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
they PS3s used to play PS2 games. What happened to that? There's no reason why they can't do that, but they still continue to take that away from us. You can't find a PS3 that still plays PS2 games.
I have one.
Lucky you. It's going to die really soon. Good luck.
But I have one, so... yeah,
I'm happy for you. I'm very happy for you.
Well, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, I don't know. Like, I've talked about this before, where, like, as far as, like, PS3... There's no games left on PS3 that I want to play. I've pretty much played everything I want on PS3. You know, like even if Sony announced tomorrow, like, hey, you can play your PS3 discs on your PS4. You know, like the only game I would play.
It wouldn't excite you that much.
Yeah, it wouldn't excite me because the only thing I would go back and play is Kingdom Hearts 2.5. That's like the only PS3 game I haven't finished. You know, or at least one that I haven't finished that I want to play.
Same here. You know what I would do if my Rock Band guitar is connected? I would play Rock Band 3 again.
If it would be compatible.
If it's compatible with that controller, that's what's about to happen.
Well, I don't think like because with the backwards compatibility with Xbox One, I don't believe music rhythm games are going to be on there.
I don't think they ever will be, but that's
which is a bummer. I mean, there were some great ones. I mean, you had Guitar Hero 2 and Guitar Hero 3 and
Yeah, I mean, this is
Rock
what.
Band.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we were saying last week, right? Didn't he bring up like Rock Band 1 as a PS2 classic for?
Oh my God!
Not
So
not Rock Band 1. Sorry, Guitar Hero 1 for as a PS2
Oh yeah,
classic.
yeah, because
So
David, are you familiar? Yeah, the PS2 classics on PS4 with the enabled trophies and everything.
Yeah.
That will never. We will never get Guitar Hero or Guitar Hero 2. If we get anything, we'll get Guitar Hero 3.
Why 3?
The PS2 version.
The PS2 version of 3.
Yeah, we'll get the PS2 version of Guitar Hero 3, and I'll tell you why. Because Harmonix developed the Guitar Heroes 1, 2, and Roxy 80s, who make Rock Band now.
Yeah.
They have no control over Guitar Hero, and nobody really does. The first 3 Guitar Heroes, meaning including Roxy 80s. So, sadly, we'll get Karaoke Revolution before we get that.
Oh, Karaoke. Or I even said David Amplitude, the first one on PS2, as a PS2
we're
classic.
getting a new Amplitude game, so we're fine. Just move on.
It would be neat though if we get like the original, the OG Amplitude.
It would be
as a PS2 classic on PS2.
I would buy it immediately.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's happening.
Oh man, I wonder if we ever get a Dance Dance Revolution.
Here. You want my Dance Dance Revolution rant? Dance Dance Revolution is a great game, 100% great game. Belongs in the arcades, 100%, right? And before we got Guitar Hero and Rock Band, it was a really cool game at home.
Yeah.
And I bought it.
If you had a second story floor and like you were stopping and shit.
They made a Dance Dance Revolution game for the PS3 that nobody bought.
Nobody bought it. It was already fast.
And they released DLC packs of the greatest hits from the previous DDR games, and I bought all of those. But nobody else did. So guess what? I'm never getting another DDR game. And
I don't think it's ever going to come back. I don't think anyone's asking for it. I don't think anyone. I bet you nobody.
I'm the only one asking for it.
I bet you nobody else in the world is talking about Dance Dance Revolution right now as we are. I bet you no one else in the world. It's kind of like a banana split. No one else in the world eats them.
I make a point. I make a point to mention it on Living Room Clutter at least once a month.
At least once a month.
So you're saying we need to start a revolution to bring back Dance Dance Revolution?
Right. Yes.
But wait a minute, isn't that through Konami?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll never get that.
That's not gonna happen anymore.
Can we just? What if we just develop it ourselves, guys?
And then we arrows to the screen. Yeah. I mean, how hard can it be?
I mean, I wonder how much licensing that costs. And we just don't have to use so much J-pop, and it might be even better.
Oh no, dude! That's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna make our own music in the GarageBand.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And then who's gonna make the no?
Or we'll do Dance Factory, where you get to put your own music CDs in, and then it brings arrows up that don't match at all.
That don't match.
It doesn't work at all. It's not in time with the music. But
you can put any kind of genre of music; it'll match so well with your dancing.
That's what it said. But Dance Factory never worked for the PS2. Yeah. This is a real game, guys. This already exists.
I remember that game. I remember X-Play did this awesome review of it.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one who bought it.
Well, I mean, X-Play bought it to review it, I guess.
I mean,
actually, they might have not bought it. They probably got it for
got it for free and then reviewed it. It kind of reminds me of I remember a while back, I think it was a trademark that got leaked out, or it was a rumor that got leaked out that the next Red Dead game was gonna be called Red Dead Revolution. And my brain instantly jumped to it being a dancing spin-off game where you just play as the characters from Red Dead and they're dancing. And it's a dancing game.
Oh my god, I want it.
And I'm I
want it so bad.
This is gonna be Rockstar's Persona 4 Dancing All Night, their version of that, where they just take their characters and they're just dancing to country music or something.
Does anybody play Just Dance? Is it fun at all?
No,
I never.
Because that's our dancing game of 2015, and that's just a disgrace.
I mean, I've always found Dance Central to be a lot more fun because it actually taught you how to use your entire body to dance.
Yeah, but we also have to get an Xbox and a Kinect to do that. So,
Well, I mean, I played it. I mean, it's pretty accurate. I mean, but it's just a shame that Harmonix didn't really bother to support it because it just didn't sell well. And
Yeah, I mean,
well, they okay to defend Harmonix, which I will take back when we start talking about Rock Band. But to defend them, they did make 2 very good Dance Central games,
yes,
and they did release DLC for years.
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
So they did support it for as long as they needed to.
yeah.
I mean,
And
it was remarkable. I mean, even though people complained, I believe the DLC was like $3 a song. But
okay, but they had to pay
yeah,
for
they had
development
to be
costs.
because like it had a lot of stuff in it. Like when you in consideration, like you had to mocap the dance moves, you had to license the music, you had to find the choreography for the dance moves, and a bunch of crazy stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Let alone developing it. And but here's why that game doesn't do well. It's that damn Kinect.
I mean, part of the technology is what makes it good. I mean, the
No,
Kinect
it's not.
reads
It's
it
not
well,
the,
but like people just don't. I mean, people clearly don't want the Kinect anymore. So like it's just done. I mean, the Kinect is like done.
well. I
But
mean, I have a
aside from voice commands,
I have a PlayStation camera that I tell my PlayStation to pause and play when I'm watching movies, and it never works. So whatever. I'll
Yeah.
say PlayStation, and it'll go doo and I'm like pause, and it's like nothing happens at all. and then it goes away, and I'm like, well, what's the point of voice commands if it doesn't work? I could have got the controller. All I wanted to do was go make popcorn so I could watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like, I mean, Harmonix even said like a while back, I remember reading somewhere that Harmonix said that they were considering even bringing Dance Central to PlayStation, but I guess they figured, well, if we're not selling that well on Xbox, I don't think we're going to sell that much better on PlayStation.
No, they would sell worse because they don't have everybody with a PlayStation camera versus like the Kinect was the big deal and everybody bought one who was going to.
Yeah.
Nobody bought a PlayStation camera or a PlayStation Eye. Now the EyeToy, on the other hand, which you guys made fun of, was the greatest thing on the PS2.
Which Harmonix developed the game for.
Which was very good. One of the very few games that was very good for the EyeToy, which was EyeToy Antigrav.
Yep.
Hoverboarding.
Yep, hoverboarding and all that cool stuff.
I wonder if they have any statistical data on how many people have bought the current PS4 camera.
That's what games they need to bring back for PS2 Classic. Bring some EyeToy games to PS2 Classics, and then so you can actually so you can actually use your PlayStation Eye for something.
I know because there's like nothing that uses the Eye other than the dance games, right?
I have the camera just for live streaming. That's the only reason I bought it. I bought here.
Well, that's why so many people bought it.
I'll tell you this story. I went and bought a PlayStation camera the same day that I got Rock Band 4 early as the road crew member, just so that I could stream on Twitch while I had Rock Band 4 early.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I bought a PlayStation camera. I've used it 2 times since. It does nothing else. I found no purpose for it at all. Although I might be playing through Final Fantasy VII on Twitch. I may be doing that. So I may use it again.
Yeah. But that'd be great, though, if they did bring some EyeToy games through PS2 Classic just so you can use that camera.
Dude, that would be... you know how good that window washing game was? Man, washing windows was just a pop.
Oh, yeah, that'd be amazing. Oh, God, start live streaming those games, too, while you're playing.
Oh, my God. I would so do that.
Oh, boy.
The ability of PS2 Classics on PS4.
Yep. Bring that Sega one just so you can play that game where you can do the Rocky theme, where you just learn the maracas like you're doing the Rocky theme. Be great.
And then you could do that one where you're playing the air guitar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want this. Can we please? And it has to work with the PlayStation camera. It has to.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Complicated for like the game to pick up a new kind of camera on the system.
Hey. No limitations are there anymore because I'll tell you that if Nintendo can redevelop Pokemon so that we can use wireless to trade instead of a link cable for the original Pokemon games for the Game Boy, anybody can develop any game, do anything you want.
Yeah, but that's Nintendo. They're willing to go that extra mile to remaster the game.
No. They would never have done this 5 years ago. This is super amazing that they're doing this. If they can do that, then PlayStation can come out and release the EyeToy games. At least EyeToy Play 2, and EyeToy Antigrav.
I don't know. It's looking very unlikely.
Because EyeToy Kinect was garbage.
Yeah. Well, we're going to start this. #EyeToy Games PS4.
I'm starting this right now.
All right, it'll be up on our newly Twitter page.
Yeah, got that now.
At PlayStation BS.
At PlayStation BS.
Yep.
So, David, here's the question that we brought up, I believe, last week about like PS2 classics on PS4 with the enabled trophies, remote play, live streaming, yada yada yada. So, other than live EyeToy games, what other games like kind of come to mind that you?
Okay, so here we were talking about this on my other show yesterday. Here's the problem with PlayStation 2 classics, right?
Well, I mean, they cost money, but
Well,
are there any that you just want?
That's not the problem. I don't care about that. I don't care about spending the money. The problem is I got every single one of the best PS2 games as an HD remake for the PS3.
Oh, yeah. But is there any that slipped through the cracks that haven't been HDified or like any kind of like, oh man, I really want to play this game again?
Jack X.
Yep. Yes.
I know you mentioned it, but at the minute you said it, I'm like, please, for the love of God, bring back Jack X.
Because Jack X is a good game.
But here's the problem. Jack X would be even better if they would redevelop it so the online worked again.
Yeah.
Which they will not do. Nope. That's insane.
Oh my god.
Which
actually fantastic.
Which brings me to a point that I'm going to bring up in a second. It does segue into a topic or a news item.
Oh.
They're re-releasing Jack X in HD for online?
No.
What a way to get our hopes up.
No, yeah. But nope. I'll say it. Okay, so yeah,
they're gonna release that. They're gonna release that stupid Jack and Dexter game that came out for the PSP and the PS2. That was that horrible like collecting diamond game, whatever that was.
Yeah. No, you're talking about like online play. Yeah, because a lot of people were like asking Shuhei Yoshida on like Twitter after the PlayStation experience, like, hey, what are the odds of like getting SOCOM PS2 classics on PS?
I can tell you another game, SSX 3, because they released SSX for free on the PS3, but I want SSX 3 from the PS2 because that is the best SSX game, period. Yeah. That game is so good. And then on whatever on tour. SSX on tour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, you got your little light bulb of like, yeah, this is what I want. Like it clicked.
There you go. See, those aren't HDified.
But they need online support to make them work. So
see, that's the problem because a lot of people were asking Shuhei Yoshida on Twitter like, hey, what are the odds of like SOCOM coming to PS4, like the PS2 games? And he was saying about how it could happen, but they wouldn't have online play because those servers are just not available anymore.
Right, they need to rebuild new servers.
And he said that he's like, I don't think too many people want to play SOCOM offline.
Oh, not too many people. I think there'd be a line of people wanting SOCOM.
Even if it is just a single player.
I guess.
No one's gonna wait for SOCOM without online.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so
nobody will buy it.
I mean, I might for like the sake because like I remember SOCOM from back in the day, but like
so here's what'll happen. They'll release SOCOM right without online play, and very few people. You will buy it. I might buy it. All the three of us will buy it. That'll be it. Period. End of story.
Three of us.
And
I'm sure there's more than 3 diehard SOCOM fans that would get it.
And then they'd be like, well, you know what? Nobody wants PS2 classic games at all, and then they'll never release anything else ever again. And then a year later they'll be like, "You remember SOCOM? Well, here's SOCOM HD," and they'll just make us a new SOCOM game.
Yeah,
gosh, what a franchise SOCOM was back then, especially for Sony to have a game like that. Until it kind of went all downhill, and it's jumped to PS3. With the online-only one, that was shitty.
Well, I mean, pretty much everything that jumped to PS3 kind of made a horrible jump, unless it was a very few exceptions.
I mean,
like,
Ratchet and Clank was better than ever on PS3.
Ratchet and Clank made it, but I mean, I'm a weirdo. I like Ratchet and Clank All for One is my favorite newer Ratchet and Clank game.
I don't know. You might have to see your way out. I think you might have to see your way out.
I knew this would be a topic discussed, but
and then SOCOM 4 came out like an incredibly bad time during the PSN outage of 2011. So like it hurt it a lot.
Yeah.
But gosh, I mean the original 3 SOCOM games and then Fireteam Bravo, such good games.
Yeah.
But see, that's one of those ones that I feel like they should have made us an HD remake of it.
I
Like
know
an HD
that would be
remaster.
brilliant, but like the studio's defunct. Someone else would have to do it, and then you have the massive undertaking of like the online, and we've seen HD collections online not work well in some instances.
That's because they don't care.
I mean, they care. It's just that they didn't bother. They didn't go the extra mile and actually fully have it working.
Well, it's like redeveloping the entirety of the infrastructure for the online. Like, I understand why they don't do that, but they need to.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
But,
SOCOM,
yeah.
I miss SOCOM a lot.
Yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of
SOCOM confirmed.
Yeah. Well, speaking of stuff not coming to PlayStation,
what else isn't coming to PlayStation? There's several things that are not coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, well, Shuhei also confirmed on Twitter because everybody was asking him. That Crash Bandicoot thing meant nothing.
Meant nothing.
At PSX, that dude came on stage wearing that Crash Bandicoot shirt, and everybody was asking Shuhei on Twitter, like, "Hey, are we getting a new Crash Bandicoot game? We're getting like an HD thing? What?" And he was like, "Oh, that was just nothing. He's just wearing a shirt. Like we have nothing."
Stop with this crap. This is nonsense. I just want a new Crash game. I'm ready to accept that Twinsanity was horrible and to move on with my life, and I will buy another game. You hear me, Sony? I will buy another PlayStation Crash game.
Wait a minute. The last one you played was Twinsanity?
No, well, I know. There's
You didn't even play the other ones, like the ones with the monsters and stuff?
No, well, I did, but I didn't enjoy them. Crash Purist right here. Crashes 1, 2, Warped, and CTR, and I'll even let Crash Bandicoot Bash fit in as a good game. Actually, Crash Bash would be my number one PS1 online game, except Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be a new game. If they just did like an HD thing with those old games, do something like Nintendo did with like New Super Mario Brothers, how they put that out every year, where it's kind of the old game but with just HD graphics on top of it. Just do that, but with Crash.
If they could just HD-ify Crash 1, even Crash 1, and that's saying something. Like, I don't even care if that's all we ever got. I would be thrilled. Now, here's the problem with that.
No one wants Crash 1.
I want it. I want Crash 2. If I could pick one, I want Crash 2 or 3. The reality, though, is the only developer I trust to do that is Naughty Dog.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Naughty Dog wouldn't do it." I'm like, well, here's the thing. I just feel like if Naughty Dog, if they were in a situation where Naughty Dog had the opportunity to do an HD version of the old Crash games, I just feel like it wouldn't take up that much of their time and resource. Like, they can get a small team to work on that, and they can still have the main team work on Last of Us 2 or Uncharted 4 or something.
They could just use the textures from Uncharted. They're in enough jungle-ish areas and things to use. They've got the assets already. Just take the game and then replace the textures and then upscale it, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, because a Crash HD would just be crazy. Like, the PlayStation community would just go nuts for that.
What if the PlayStation community would go crazy for Crash as a PS2 classic? Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex as a PS2 classic.
No. That's like putting salt on the wound. Like, God, like,
Crash Wrath of Cortex.
Yeah, like, oh.
All right, I got number one question. If they do that, are the load times still atrocious? Are they still? Are the load times still? Are the load times the same? Number two, I would buy it just to tell them, just to send them the message that says,
"You want Crash?
I want another Crash game."
I mean, Dave? Did you play? Yeah, so obviously you played. Did you ever like Crash Wrath of Cortex? I don't know. I'm kind of a little defender of that game. I liked it. I mean, I remember playing it back in the day. Yeah, the load times were awful and shit, but it was a good game.
That was the worst Crash game ever. And I like Twinsanity better than I like that game.
Like,
I hate Twinsanity.
Well, Wrath of Cortex would be a fun one to live stream, just so you can do like every time a load screen comes up, you just do something that takes a really long time and see if you can finish it before the load time. Oh look, I'm going to solve a Rubik's Cube while waiting for this to load.
I mean, how long really were the loading times? I mean,
like a good minute and a half, and that's not an exaggeration. I will pull up the loading screen right now and play it. It was horrible. It was you don't even remember how horrible. And
No, I
you know
don't.
what
I mean, it was a
now
long time.
let me tell you how this went, right? PS1 era, Crash Bandicoot was my game, right?
Yeah.
Spyro the Dragon was a close second. I got my PS2 on Christmas with the Crash Wrath of Cortex, right?
Yeah.
Booted it up, and I got those load screens and thought my PS2 was broken. And now let me go on this again. I thought it was broken, and then once it worked, I thought that the PS2 was a piece of garbage. Was my first impression of the PS2.
Wow.
Plus the game was so buggy and horrible. Like the physics made no sense. Like as a platformer, the game made no sense. The second game I played was Jak and Daxter, and I was like, "Oh, thank God, this thing works."
Yeah, see that's what I was gonna say. Like that was the opposite for me. I didn't get my PS2 at launch. I got it like a year or so after.
I'm sure I didn't get mine at launch. I don't know exactly when I got it, but
I don't know. It was like 2 or so because I remember the first game I got for it was Jak and Daxter, and that was the first game I played for it, and that was definitely on the right foot to start your PS2 era. It's playing Jak and Daxter.
well, right. But I started with Crash.
Yeah, you see, you should have put in that other disc in first, the one that actually has the Naughty Dog logo on it.
I was too young to understand the concepts of developers.
Yeah.
Or I would have known that, and I would have not bought that game. I wasn't watching reviews on IGN yet.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So anyway, well, let's transition to a game that is coming to PlayStation. Two, in fact. Well, one's a maybe, one's confirmed. So the maybe game is because it got rated, but Max Payne, the original PS2 game, got rated by the ESRB, which pretty much means that it's going to be a PS2 classic for PS4. So that's
good.
that is good because not too many people played the original Mad Max games. Actually, not too many people played Mad Max 3 either, but you know,
I looked up the official load screen time for Crash Wrath of Cortex. The average is 38 seconds.
Oh boy,
that was a long time.
That's a really long time.
And then, what's great about this Max Payne re-release? People get to see Remedy. Wait, Remedy, right?
Yes, Remedy. Yep.
Remedy. Not in their heyday, but like you get to see their origin.
Yes, their beginnings.
Their beginnings, and then Quantum Break next year for the Xbox One, which looks awesome. Quantum Break.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean those games were still
Xbox.
they were published by Rockstar. The Mad Max.
Yeah, they were published by Rockstar.
The Max Payne, but they were developed by Remedy. Not the third game.
And the third game was developed by Rockstar, not San Diego. Vancouver? Oh, damn.
Yes, I don't know.
I don't remember. I mean, freaking like three Rockstar teams worked on Max Payne 3 because there's like one working on the online and one working on the campaign.
Yeah. But
Max Payne 3 was a good game though.
Yeah. So get your Max Payne fixed because he is never coming back.
Never say never.
I don't know. I think Max Payne 3 wasn't like Rockstar's like biggest bomb as far as
it
sales.
sold a lot. I mean,
I don't know, man. That game is always on sale for like $5. Like they are like almost literally giving this game away. Every chance they get.
This was developed by Rockstar Studios. I mean, it's sold respectably,
but you know,
I mean, it's not any of their other kind of franchises.
Yeah, coming from Rockstar though, they kind of, you know, their sale threshold's really high, so it's kind of like, well, it didn't sell as much as Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead or whatever, you know.
That's because they're never gonna make another Red Dead game, guys. Can we stop putting salt in the wound?
I don't know. Red Dead 2 is looking extremely likely, and we probably already know that's in development right now.
You think so?
Yeah, Red Dead 2 is a thing.
Well, technically, it'd be Red Dead 3, right?
Well, we talked about Revolver coming to PS2 as a PS4 classic. Oh yeah, as a PS2 classic on PS4. No, I mean Red Dead Redemption was a hugely successful game. It's definitely getting a sequel.
Yeah,
I mean, what has Rockstar San Diego been doing all this time? Nothing.
They're developing another ping pong game, tabletop
Another
tennis.
ping pong game. Oh, dang,
Yeah.
man, this is gonna look so realistic that
Yeah.
man, it's gonna really utilize. No, it's Red Dead 2. Yeah, I mean, it's too successful not for it not to happen, and once it is announced, it's gonna be a huge deal, and it could be the Fallout 4 thing where it could come out. Now, is it a 2016 game? I don't really think so. I mean, I would love it to be, but because Rockstar usually puts out a game every year, but they didn't put one out in 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Their 2014 game was GTA 5 remaster.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is. I think their next big console game is going to be a sequel or follow-up to Red Dead.
Yeah, which is going to be incredible. I mean, people are so excited about that. And Red Dead Redemption was 2010. So,
yes.
Gosh, I mean, that's quite a gap. So we're going to see a lot of stuff that has changed, and maybe any stuff that from GTA 5 carry over to Red Dead, just open world elements, not like assets of GTA 5, but just stuff that it brought along. Oh man, it's gonna be fantastic. I cannot wait.
Yep, and we'll see.
Yeah, that'll be the game.
But yeah, and like I said, this other news item. This is a game coming to PS4 that is confirmed coming to PS4. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally happening. Gone Home is finally coming to PS4
after it was
canceled
and now brought back. It's brought back to the dead.
Yeah, originally it was canceled because because Gone Home was a PC game. It was this big thing on PC, and then they said, okay, it's coming to PS4. But then the developer that was in charge of the port closed down or something, so it was kind of canceled because no one picked it up. But now the game is coming January 12th to PS4 and Xbox One. Fulbright Company developer, developed in-house or whatever. Original PC version. I was trying to see if they said who's the new publisher or whatnot. But
is this a good game? This is like an indie game, right?
This is a game that has been really hyped up on PC. Like, everybody was talking about it when it first came out on PC. They were talking about how, like, it's an amazing story, the ending is not what you think, and, like, it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, that's awesome, but is it too late that it's finally coming to PS4? Because it's one of those things where, like, I actually haven't had the ending spoiled, but I kind of know what it's like. I don't know what it is, but I kind of know what it is. You know, like,
you kind of have an idea what.
Yeah, like I know what the theme of it is. Like, a lot of people go on like, oh no, the theme of Gone Home, and I'm like, oh, so it's this, and I'm like, so it's one of those things where, like, I don't know the exact ending, but I know, like, kind of what it's about.
And then I hate to use the term walking simulator, but I mean, we already had Vanishing of Ethan Carter on PS4, and we already have Everyone's Got to the Rapture. So it would have been nice if we had a port of Gone Home before these games, but we already kind of have our fill on these kind of adventure, first-person adventure games that. I don't know. At this point, it just seems like, well, it might as well just be. Oh, wait! Entitled Gamer coming in, a free game on the January of PlayStation Plus. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
free game.
No.
Sorry.
No, I don't think they said their price point, but I mean, I'll still probably check it out.
Or if there's like a discount the first week, right? Maybe there'll be a discount.
Some plus discount.
That'd be fantastic.
I mean, I'll still check.
Oh yeah, I'm still gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Check it out because I want to see if the ending still has some kind of impact on me. Even though, like I said, it's just weird for me to describe it because it's like I don't know what it is, but I still kind of know what it's about.
Can I guess?
No.
No. Did they go home?
Yeah, they go. Yep, they go home. Gone home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where, like, yeah, I haven't been exactly spoiled on it, but I don't know. I'll have to see. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm interested to play it. To see if I kind of do know what the ending is or not. And to see if it has that impact on me. So we'll see come January 12th. So yeah, Gone Home's finally coming around PS4. So we'll see. But yeah, so there's that, and I guess now maybe we could transition to some Rock Band stuff because we're already at past the 40-minute mark, and there's Rock Band stuff. We'll see how long it takes us to talk about this.
I mean, honestly, due to the fact that we didn't play the new patch, probably not long. I mean, we already kind of know what's wrong with Rock Band 4 already. I mean, it's not like anything new, and like it's hard to say because a new patch came out and we did not even play it.
We did not play it. So let's just kind of go over. Okay, well, how about this? Let's do this. So the patch came out today.
Yes, the patch came out today.
It's 3.8 gigs, and
about the size of the main game.
Yes, And it adds improved leaderboards, new game tracking, better game calibration, the new brutal difficulty, which sounds neat. So there's that.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. No, it doesn't. All right.
Have you seen this brutal mode? Have you
No.
seen this in action?
Not really.
So here's essentially what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Break it down.
As you can only play brutal mode on expert. You're playing expert mode. Okay. Brutal mode is its own mode on the main screen. Like when you boot up the game, you can select brutal mode. Everybody who's playing in your band has to play expert. Okay. As you hit notes, there's a blue bar that's in the middle of the track that slowly starts taking away the amount of notes that you can see before they hit the end of the highway.
Yes.
And it starts in the middle. So the better you do, the harder it gets. If the blue bar comes down too far, you will fail out. If you miss too many notes, you'll fail out. And the only thing you get for completing a song is these crimson stars. You get red stars that says you beat it on brutal mode.
Yeah, so I mean, you show, hey, look, I beat this on brutal. You know?
Yeah, and who wants this when the game is broken and they took out practice mode and they took out every other mode in the game, yet they felt this was the mode that would make us all super excited for the first patch? I just don't even begin to understand why this is a mode at all. I get the score chasing thing. I get it. It's cool. Great. Good for somebody who can do this. Okay?
Well, I mean,
it's to
add a challenge, I guess, because like my brother's he's like a freaking expert at Rock Band. Like, it's just one of those things where like he wants any kind of challenge he can get out of it. And right now his biggest challenge with Rock Band 4 is the latency. So this is like an extra challenge on top of that, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's great. I think they claim this will be fixed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't seen the latency.
Yeah, none of us have tried it yet. I'm not even going to get to play it by tomorrow. So, sorry, Living Room Clutter listeners. I apologize ahead of time. But I have a job. The reality is like, unless they fix this game and make this game everything that Rock Band 3 was, even though Rock Band 3 is a buggy game, like, let's be honest here, like, that game crashes all the time, and like, if you have lots of DLC songs, it can't handle it. Like, it's a broken game. This game is beyond broken. Like, you literally couldn't play vocals till today, and I still don't know that you can today. Like, vocals was no mode that does not work. So we mentioned Karaoke Revolution as a PlayStation classic. That's going to be a really big deal if that game comes out and works. Because vocals does not work on Rock Band 4.
I don't know about that. I mean, I played vocals in Rock Band 4 and I didn't have any problems.
You didn't have the problem where you hear yourself like a good 2 seconds after you say things on the TV?
I don't think so.
No, you just turn off your voice volume all the way down.
Yeah, unless your voice slider doesn't work like mine, where it does nothing. It doesn't do anything. Don't ask me why I have that problem.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, basically, just like, at least for my instrument situation, I did have to purchase a Guitar Hero controller on eBay because I don't like the guitar. I don't like the Rock Band guitar at all.
I mean, nobody likes the Rock Band guitar.
No, it's garbage. So, and plus, it runs on the Bluetooth thing, which is not perfect. So, I just bought that. So, and then I have the Rock Band 3 drums, which work fine because those run on a dongle. And I have the wired microphone. So, basically, kind of everything works. I don't know. I've only had Rock Band 4 crash on me once, but that was without even the first patch installed. But ever since I've had the other patches installed, I haven't had a crash.
How's your DLC store? You getting all your DLC?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't really bother with the music store anymore, which, I mean, I can understand people's complaints as to why you would want the music store working, which I totally understand because every once in a while I would like to browse.
Yeah.
But I just think it's stupid that you click on it once and it tells you it doesn't work, and then you click on it and it starts working.
Supposed to be fixed today.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find that out. But I don't know. Usually beforehand, I already know what I'm going to buy, and I just buy it like on a regular store. It doesn't even matter at this point. Like, I don't even care.
Have you bought anything since you got Rock Band 4 that
yeah.
you buy it and then you can't download it because the file doesn't exist?
I've
Which
only
is
had that happen with legacy stuff, but any new stuff, I mean, that like post Rock Band 4 at least has been fine. I mean, I bought nearly every post Rock Band 4 song that's out there.
Well, yeah, everything post Rock Band 4, anything that was before that though that you try to buy now, like I wouldn't even be confident that you're gonna get anything out of it. You will pay the money, but when you get to the download screen, it'll say item not found, and you've already given them your money. It's too late.
Yeah, there's some instances of that happening, but I haven't bought anything where like I'm not able to retrieve it.
Well, lucky you.
So, that's that. And they're still working with Sony to get the stuff up. Get the error messages off.
Yeah, because speaking of DLC,
taking a while.
Yeah, speaking of DLC, the Rock Band 3 export is not available today.
No, it's going to be available sometime this week.
Yeah, sometime.
And I wonder when that sometime this week is here.
They said
I'll be like on Thursday. I'm like, sometime this week is here, guys.
No,
do you want my guess on that?
Well, they said by Friday. That's what they said.
Friday.
Yeah. So here's what it's going to be Friday afternoon or Saturday morning. And the reason I say that is because when we got Rock Band 4 early as road crew members, that was the day they were able to open up the store. So I got the game on Thursday, and the store wasn't open until Friday night.
And I was communicating this talking point with David the other day. Even though the export's $15, right? I was talking with David.
That's a guesstimate. I'm guessing $15.
Well, no, they said it's $15.
Okay, good.
Do you think any songs might be omitted from this content pack due to the fact of licensing?
I guarantee you something will be lost. I don't know what it will be.
They haven't said. That's the worrying part. Like, what? Like, worst case scenario. Like, the worst thing. Like, because since they're not saying it, what if it's like just 40 songs? I'm just like, damn. That you only got 50%. Well, because it was pretty bad back when Guitar Hero was doing the exports. Like, even when they were like new games.
Guitar Hero is not a fair argument because they were terrible at exporting songs at all.
Yeah, they didn't even know how to do it, even when they were recent games. Because, like, say for like Guitar Hero 5, you were able to import World Tour, Smash Hits, and all these other games. Like, you would only be able to import like maybe only about 40% of these songs. But Rock Band has at least done a decent job, right? I mean, you got all of Rock Band 1.
You lose two.
You lost 2 from Rock Band 1. You lost maybe a couple in 2. But then you got some back in Rock Band 2. You got some back from Rock Band 2 once you got Blitz. And then...
Right.
I do miss my journey. But I don't know. Maybe we might see some from 3 omitted. I'm curious to see what it is. Because once we know what those are, then it's going to be sad to hear because probably they're not going to be back in the game anytime soon.
Never. Because Rock Band 3 setlist is garbage for all instruments. Like in general, the Rock Band 3 library, 40 of those songs are pretty much garbage because they were meant with intentions of playing keyboards.
And the fact of playing it with a real guitar.
Yeah, and nobody did either one of those things except like 3 people I know who like keys. Any of you guys play keys? Either one of you guys?
Well, we bought the keyboard, yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody bought the keyboard, but did anybody play the keyboard?
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, well, I played it like alone in Pro Keys, but like practice sections of songs, and I played it with the practice mode, and yeah. I mean,
did you enjoy it?
I mean, it's all your own kind of. I mean, that's subjective, but I mean,
I'm asking you as an individual. Did you enjoy it? Not if it's subjective, not based on who you are as a person, based on the universe of all the people in the world.
I mean, the time that I played it, I enjoyed it, and it did broaden Rock Band's song base a bit more with it, but. I mean, it's not really.
Go to rehab. You said no.
Said no. But I don't know. I mean, I like the keyboard. I mean, it's not something that's like incredibly sorely missed in 4. I mean, but
I'm the only person who doesn't miss it. But I think everybody who says they miss it is just trying to be angry about something.
I mean, it's not really to be angry about something. It's just that Rock Band 3 just it was just something that differentiated it from other games with the pro modes and stuff like that. Which I guess now in retrospect they didn't really want to do, but I mean it was something under EA, and this is kind of a talking point here too, is that EA was able to kind of manage how Rock Band was back then, and then you have Rock Band 4 here, which is really this kind of like indie game in a way.
Well, yeah, Harmonix is a studio of like 17 people. It's basically the guys that made Crash Bandicoot 1. Like, it really, truly is. I mean, they in interviews said things like, we don't even care about character customization. Like, the only reason we're putting that in is because people in our survey said they wanted it.
Well, I mean,
and none of us put that on the top of our lists because we didn't assume that would even be going away. Like, why would character customizations be going away? That's stupid.
I think the funny thing was once they put out new surveys after the game was released, like 9 out of the 10 things that they made me rank were things that I've already wanted or like were already in Rock Band 3 in the past. So I was like, I don't want to rank these things because like all of them are important. They're like almost all of them are number 1 in my list. Like I want these things, like the deeper character customization and stuff like that.
Aren't you happy with masculine and feminine as your only choices?
I mean,
there's only 2 kinds of body types, don't you know?
Yeah, it sucks. But really, just I mean, my biggest gripe with Rock Band 4, just across the board. I mean, even though it still does its core gameplay fine, and like I'm sure playing it with friends once it gets working and everything is like incredibly fine. I mean, I've already had an experience where it's worked fine.
Yeah, but, no, it's super fun. It's still a super fun game, and
it still has its core incredibly well.
Yeah,
but I feel like nearly everything else surrounding the game, especially with 2 months from now, and even I'll play the patch as well, see if it's added much. I just feel that it kind of just lacks character and heart a little bit. Like that's from everything, because like I feel that Rock Band 3 had that, 2 had that, Beatles Rock Band had that in spades. It's just I kind of feel like the stuff surrounding Rock Band 4 is just kind of weak. Like everything, like the menus, the
let me tell you where the character of Harmonix soars in Rock Band 4. If you're playing the tour mode, the career mode, go on tour, whatever they're calling it, if you're reading all the text that they put up, they're doing a super fantastic job.
This is text, though. I mean, that's barely like anything.
I know.
I remember like when had beaten Rock Band 3's career mode, which I know wasn't the best. Like I remember playing it. It was like super short, wasn't all that deep. Didn't really have much choice in what you wanted to do.
The spade system was garbage.
Yeah, the spade system was garbage, stuff like that. I understand. But I enjoyed like little stuff of like doing different kind of venues, stuff that really looked different, stuff that was actually like.
No, you did talk about this. You're right. The venues in this game are lacking. There's
nothing. There's like nothing, and there's no music video mode.
Music video mode was dumb. Can we just?
I mean, it was neat, especially in Rock Band 2. And then I liked once I beat the game, there was like these really cool credits of Harmonix. We got to see the whole team and stuff like that. That was neat.
Yeah, the Bank Merrill playing.
Yeah, and then but I hate like my brother who also plays Rock Band. He hates the fact in the Rock Band 4 screen. He loved the fact in Rock Band 3, it just had like little like stock music. Like I hate to use the word stock, but like had little like stock like music. You know what I mean? Like music that was not in the game.
Yeah,
and he finds it incredible. He mutes the game once he's done with the song, like in the main menu, so he doesn't have to hear like the same damn 3 songs over and over again as he's playing. Because that's like a huge pet peeve of mine. And Rock Band 2 and 1 used to do that, but 3 stopped that, and thank God, and put like little like stop like calming music until you like went to the song selection screen. Now in 4. You have like the same 3 or 4 songs playing over and over again in your main menus until you hit the quick play. It's incredibly annoying.
It's like, also
we'll never stop playing quick play.
Never stop.
Right, but I mean, to be fair, they put that show mode at the top too, right? And they thought this. Mode. Okay, let me explain to you why this is stupid. Okay, why would we all want to vote on a very select few things when we're all standing in the same room and have the entire catalog in front of us to all vote on?
It's so weird, right? Like, I mean, I played around with that mode. I kind of see it as a way for myself, just like in a single player sense, as like kind of a choose your shuffle mode for Rock Band, really, because
Right.
like it kind of
Take yourself out of your comfort zone and play stuff that the game thinks you want to play, right? And then that's great. But
it doesn't work all that well, especially when you're voting for stuff that maybe like
nobody wants to play.
Like when I love when the game tries to create some mystery behind it and say like, oh, this song from so and so. Well, I'm like, well, there was only one song from so and so in this game, so like I know what it is, so I'm not gonna play it. Or like you only own one, so like it really relies on your own music library for it to be like actually worth something. So like if you have at least 500 songs, it might be worth something. But like if you don't,
at this day, nobody. I mean, some people do have 500 songs. Like people we know have 500 songs. But like until I get the exports from the games, like my library is super lacking at this point.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of other people's are too.
And I mean, I've bought tons of stuff. I bought every single Beatles song that was DLC for Rock Band Beatles. Like,
well, too bad it doesn't work.
It's never going to work. I let it go. I really think that the way they can apologize to because I think Harmonix owes us an apology as early adopters, like anybody who bought the game before today, right? and I mean this sincerely. And I know that I sound like a crazy person, right? What did you say earlier? Entitled gamer approaching. I think the way they can apologize to every early adopter is giving us a port of Rock Band Beatles to PS4 for free.
Yeah, keep dreaming. Yep. All right. I don't think you've waken up from your dream yet. Did you wake up?
I know I'm not. But and then release it to buy too. Like people can buy it, right? Rock Band Beatles HD remastered, even better because it already looks great. It could look even better on the PS4. Like we know it can. Like bump up that frame rate a little bit, and give us that, and I'll give them a fair like, all right, you're okay now, and I forgive you as a developer. But at this point, like buying Amplitude is scary for me, and the only reason I'm gonna buy Amplitude is because I'm doing a show about rhythm games, and it's my job per se to cover that game. But I wouldn't be buying it after what they've done with Rock Band. Because they just kind of gave us a half-baked game,
which they have, you know. I mean, and then it was kind of shocking that a lot of people gave them a free pass on it. And I was kind of giving them a free pass for a certain period of time, and
I'm not giving them a free pass when the game is $250. And to make this clear, I have 2 copies of the game. Okay, and I love Rock Band 4, and I think it's a great game. I think the core gameplay is there, except for vocals, which better be fixed today. I think they need to do something about this, though. Like they need to come out and say, "Hey, everybody who bought this game before December 8th, when we fixed vocals, here's your apology letter, and here's a couple, maybe at the minimum, here's a couple free songs."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was my thing too at launch. Like I was having trouble with the latency was so bad between the drums and the game, and like I said, I don't play drums, so I don't know. But my brother is like an expert. Like it has to be like precise, like 0 latency, or else he'll like get pissed and like can't play the game. So
the drums do not work, but like when it's even a tiny bit, you know. You can play guitar. You can adapt to the latency for the guitar. Like that's totally doable as a human being. But when you're required to hit drums in time with music, which really requires some rhythm, that's why it's a rhythm game. He's right. You can't play it.
Yeah,
it's unplayable.
And that was the thing. It was like that. So my brother hasn't played it, and well, my dad played Rock Band 4 on drums, and he doesn't mind, but he's not like an expert, so he doesn't really notice when things are that off, you know. So there's that. And it was just one of those things where, too, like, I had, like, a whole bunch of trouble with my setup, too. Like, I got the box bundle day 1, and, like, right out of the box, like, my drum connect to the game, but it would do this thing where, like, it would connect to the game, but after, like, 5 to 10 minutes, it would stay connected to the game, but now the buttons would work.
Mm.
And it
you need to do that firmware update.
I did the firmware update for the instruments. Update for the instruments, and it still continued doing that, where it would connect to the game, but the buttons wouldn't work. and after 5 to 10 minutes. So the only way to fix it would be to reset it, like hold all the buttons down, reset the connection, and then reconnect it back to the game. And you have to do that every 10 minutes, which was stupid. So I called Harmonix, and they said, well, sorry, Mad Cats, who I called Mad Cats, and they're all like, oh, sorry, man, we'll, after telling me some troubleshoot stuff, they eventually sent me a replacement unit. So I was like, okay, I got the replacement unit. I connect the replacement unit to the game, and the replacement unit they gave me, the option button didn't. So, and it was really weird because the option button worked if I was at the XMB of the PS4, but if I'm in the game, the option button would not work.
Right, because the game is broken. It's the same way that live streaming it doesn't work. You cannot stream Rock Band 4. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, so it was just crazy. So I called them back and said, hey man, this replacement unit's not working either. And we did this thing, and he was like, oh, wait till the 1.02 update comes out. That might fix that. And I was like, okay, I'll wait. So I waited. Then the update came out, and nope, still didn't work. So they're like, oh, sorry, man. So they sent me another replacement unit.
Oh my God.
And I tried that replacement unit, and that one works. Like, it connects, the option button works, it stays connected. So I'm like, all right. So then I shipped
But even the fact that they had to send you multiple drum kits.
Yes, for one to work.
That's insane.
So and
that makes me scared because I have 2 drum kits, and one of them I haven't even tried to see if it works.
Yeah,
like I just have it sitting here in my little space here.
Yeah,
just sitting here like it's a backup for when mine breaks. I have it prepared because Rock Band 4 is the last Rock Band game I'm ever getting.
Well, I think it might be the last one ever made.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm holding on to my hardware like no other, and I'm buying extra hardware because I know that even if it takes 10 years to fix this game, it's still going to be the last game I get.
Yeah, and
they're not going to make me another one.
But also, it kind of makes a point that I went through all this trouble with these drum sets. They haven't the guy on the phone tells me, hey, sorry for that, but it's not like they sent me some email saying, hey, we saw your problem. Sorry, here's a voucher code for some DLC, or they haven't done any formal thing man, we're sorry, this really sucks that this happened. It's just whatever, this happened.
It's just because it's not something that's even being covered anywhere.
You know what's even more disgusting about the coverage of it? It's people like us, we're the only people saying anything.
Exactly, and
IGN didn't see it.
Well, because odds are they reviewed the 360 version. I mean, not the 360, Xbox One version. Sorry.
I don't care which version they reviewed. They're responsible to review the games, and plenty of people were playing it on the PS4. I checked for these reviews, and the only offhand comment was in GameSpot's review of Rock Band 4 when they said supposedly you'll be able to import all your songs. That's what they said, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only, and it's one little offhand comment, and they still gave the game an 8.5. And I love this game, and I think it deserves to be the greatest rhythm game ever of all time, right?
And it has the ability to be,
right?
But later on,
but it does not deserve an 8.5.
Yeah, not currently, no.
It deserves a 5, and I'm saying that as nice of a person as I possibly can. And I love this game, and I'm going to keep playing it.
Yeah, I'll keep playing it.
And I haven't gone back to Rock Band 3 like a lot of people, but they're really testing my patience.
Because it's been already 2 months since release.
And I've had it longer. So I just don't even know what to do anymore. Yeah. All right, now that I derailed your show 8 minutes over the show.
Oh, no, we've gone way over before.
Yeah, we had that guy over a couple weeks ago that brought it, 20?
Yeah, we did an hour 20. We've done an hour 15. I think it was just me and you. We did an hour 15 episode one time.
It's allowed. So wait, can you play? So my last PlayStation question is that I can't play PS1 games on the PS4 yet?
No, not currently.
All right.
Unless you count Final Fantasy VII.
Which infuriates me. Does that mean that now that I bought Final Fantasy VII for my PS4 that I don't get it for my PS3?
No. That's a separate thing. The PS3 one was a PS1 classic, and this is the PC port. So I mean, even though it is a PS1 game, but I mean, this is the PC port, and you are getting the PC port.
Yeah.
Even though it originally was a PS1 game, but technically, what you're playing isn't really a PS1 game. It's a PC port
it's a
of
PC
a PS1 game.
Yeah, the PC version has some up-res graphics and then there's trophies and stuff. So
it does have trophies.
Yes.
I played very little. Okay.
Yeah, it's got trophies in it. It's got platinum.
I'm not gonna platinum Final Fantasy VII. Are you crazy? I'm not that good.
Maybe you could, but what else about anything?
Any more Rock Band questions, guys? Any more angry rants that you guys have?
Well, it's just difficult to say. I mean, we didn't play the patch. I'm sure it's improved on some fronts that I've discussed. I like the ability. I like that auto kick mode came out today too.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I like that came out, especially for people that just can't do it, or hell, who knows? Maybe people who have kick pedals broken. But I mean, I know they won't be counted for anything in user leaderboards up there, but they'll count for your own personal
having fun with your friends. That's
exactly. That's not. Yeah, so that helps. I don't know. I mean, I would love an upgraded music selection screen.
Yeah, dream big, buddy. I want a couple songs as free apology for buying the game before it was done. Good luck. Good luck getting any sort of update to the way the game looks. They thought that brutal mode was important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm even gonna. I mean, unless it added trophies to Rock Band 4 on brutal mode, I'm not really gonna. I don't think I'm gonna touch it.
Oh, I'm sure they added trophies.
I'll go take a look right now. I mean,
maybe I'm wrong, but they should have.
I doubt. I mean, they never really added trophies to Rock Band, ever. But you never know. Maybe I'll take a look. 22%. No, they didn't bother adding trophies to brutal mode.
Well, then what's the point of brutal mode?
Nothing.
All right. I'm gonna get Crimson Stars on Silver by the Pixies, and that's it.
Yeah, it's just nothing to it. I mean, I would have loved that resources and management to just go to adding more songs to the game,
or just go in and just make,
or overhauling some of the things in the UI.
Just polish it.
Yeah, polish what you already have. Don't add stuff that nobody really asked for. It's kind of a joke.
If you're gonna add things that you took away from Rock Band 3, like practice.
Like practice modes and the detailed song information came out today, so I'm curious what it looks like. I liked knowing how many notes I was in a streak and what section I messed up on and all that. I had always checked it.
Right, but it's not going to matter when you can't go in and practice that section alone.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah,
so
I would do that a lot.
You still have to play the song completely over again.
Just put it in no fail mode and then practice.
Yeah, but then you still
have to wait until that part of the song comes up in order to do it.
Yeah, well,
you have to play it 100, and you have to play it 100% speed, which is not fair.
No,
Yeah,
the
speeds came out. Yeah,
the speeds came out today, so you can fast forward to that part.
Well, no, that's not fast forwarding. It only speeds up the track.
That's not how it works.
Oh, I thought you were.
Are we talking
serious
about breakneck speed? I'm like, what? Yeah, breakneck speed. The coolest thing about breakneck speed for this is that they added it to separate tracks, so individual people can be on breakneck speed,
and people can just be on the regular one.
Yeah, and people can be on the regular one. That is super cool.
But wasn't the track sped up in Rock Band 3 if you would play with people online?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think it did. I don't know. I felt like it was always faster or something. If you played Rock Band 3 online with people, and I always played on Expert. I was like, does the track move faster or something? I don't know.
It's just a Rock Band 3 bug. Just don't question it. It's like every time we boot up Rock Band 3, we're like, yep, let's just accept that everything that weird that's about to happen is just going to happen. We can't stop it.
Well, the PS3 version was infamously buggy. I mean,
I'm not talking about the 360
the 360 version was fine. It was the PS3 versions where it would crash every once in a while. And I do at least in Rock Band 4, we don't have to wait an agonizing amount of time if you had a lot of DLC in order to play the game.
Yeah, actually, it loads really quickly.
Yeah, which is good.
Although, to be fair, I only have about a third of my DLC log, so...
Well, and then every once in a while, if you bought, a lot of DLC at once, you just have to reset the song cache. But, other than that, I mean, the game kind of just loads.
Yeah.
But
all right, excited. I bought another PS4 game I bought, by the way, guys, is Final Fantasy Type 0, so I don't know how that's going to be, but I saw it, and it was cheap, and I wanted it. So.
And you got the Final Fantasy 15 demo.
Yeah, well, did I, or do I have to enter a special code?
I don't know. I don't know how that worked.
I don't know either.
So
You know what we didn't talk about, and I don't know if you guys talked about this last week. I don't remember now. The only last news story that I want to talk about is Final Fantasy VII being episodic. The HD remake, that is.
No, yeah. What do you think about that?
Oh, stop it. We don't need any more episodic games. It's not a bad thing as long as by the time it's over, I've spent $60 and I have a full game. I won't be upset. And then the combat system looks like Kingdom Hearts, which I like Kingdom Hearts and I like that combat system.
Kingdom
It looks cool.
Good. People love Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts.
It looks great. Except I really wanted the turn-based Final Fantasy VII game. I wanted the same game. I just wanted it to look prettier and have voice acting.
Well, here's the thing too. They said it would be released in multiple parts, and each part would be different, like in how it plays. So possibly one part of it could be maybe a turn-based thing, but I don't know if that would be
even worse. That almost makes me feel worse than if it is just the whole game's like that.
Well, no, I mean like it could have elements of it or something where like one part could be the free flow action, another part could be like maybe turn-based or something. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna play my PC port on my PS4.
Go play
and
that.
Just move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Because I mean, it's one of those things where it's hard for me to talk about because I have no nostalgia, no ties to Final Fantasy VII. You know.
What are your ties to then? Final Fantasy what?
I never played
Final Fantasy. No Final Fantasy.
Get out of here. Go buy the X HD remake for your PS4 or PS3, whichever one's cheaper in your store.
I play Kingdom Hearts. That's almost a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, this is a crossover thing.
You're missing out on so much in Kingdom Hearts because of that you've never played a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah.
Like that's the sad part. But that's not Cloud either. That's why you should play Final Fantasy VII. It's not Cloud.
But yeah, Sephiroth.
It's not the same Cloud and Sephiroth. It's emo version of Cloud and Sephiroth. It's emo in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
All right. I've derailed you guys enough.
Yeah, we're hour 15 minutes in. That's fine. We're hour 16 now. But yeah, it was still a good episode. We're episode 42. Damn it! I didn't do my I forgot that we're on episode 42. Because I forgot that we're on episode 42. I'm supposed to make Hitchhiker Guide to Galaxy jokes this whole episode, but I forgot to do it because I didn't realize we're on episode 42.
It's all right.
Do you want to make the other one 41.5?
No, it's too late. Just don't panic, and we're gonna keep going. Yep, I got one in. I forgot we're on episode 42. I'm sad now.
You'll get the opportunity again on some other show.
Well, episode 42 when we get around to that, and I can make more Hitchhiker Guide to Galaxy jokes.
When Living Room Clutter gets to 42.
Yeah, actually, I'll make that commitment right now. You can come on Living Room Clutter at 42, and I'll let you make as many jokes as you want.
Cody's going to be able to come along to 42. Not 42. Well, maybe he will. But he'll be able to come on Living Room Clutter tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow.
Maybe he'll play the patch and discuss with the other people around.
Maybe I'll play the patch.
Yeah, maybe you'll play the patch.
Yeah. And
everybody take a patch. Patch it up.
Patch it up. Well, gotta save the sinking ship. But yeah, like I said, it's episode 42. I wish I would have said that at the top of the hour, so I would have known to myself. But yeah, episode 42. Thanks for listening. I know we went a little over the time, but that's fine. We do that every once in a while, especially when we have guests. More voices, more discussion. But yeah, now we have a Twitter now, so go check that out.
At
PlayStation BS, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh.
It's brand new. It's that new. So yeah, you can go on that and check that out and all that good stuff. And
you can email PlayStationBullSession@gmail.com with your comments and questions.
Yeah, I got that now.
I'm helping you guys out here.
Yeah, it's our dedicated email. for that. So that's
Yeah,
great.
you don't have to get your questions in your PlayStation inbox. What is going on?
He likes to eat while we're doing the podcast, so just ignore him.
We need to get a mute switch for him.
Yeah, like he eats during the podcast. It's his thing, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, my co-host on Living Room Clutter does that too. He was eating Chinese food on episode 10. So
yeah, it's fine. He eats sometimes. We had a co-host a few weeks ago. He was watching the cooking channel as we were.
Oh, that's right.
As we were doing, and he was commenting on the cooking channel, and I was like, okay.
The cooking channel is more interesting. I wouldn't blame him.
Multitasking. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to wrap this up. But yeah, this has been the PSBS episode 42. I'm your host, Cody, PS and Body Boys. My co-host here is
Andrew Arenas, Double Liz. Everyone, just have a good week.
Wait 1 second. And our guest has to sign off too.
Well, yeah, I'm just telling people have a good week. This is the last time I'm going to be talking.
Well, I know. Well, no, you can say it afterwards, once everybody's voices are out, and then we go wrap up. It's okay.
And I'm Dave.
Yes.
At Dave Space on Twitter, DACESPACE. I do lots of shows.
Yes.
You guys got to come on Character Crunch and talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with me, so somebody can talk about it.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Well, I mean, we talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. all the time.
Yes, all the time.
All right.
But yeah. So yeah, this has been the PSBS. Thanks for listening. And you want to say something?
What? Who? Me?
Yeah, you can say.
Oh, jeez.
No, all you got. Have a good week. That's what you.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying that in my outro.
Yes, your outro. Okay.
I guess enjoy just whatever you're playing. PS2 classics, Final Fantasy, Rock Band, even or Destiny update or Fallout. I don't know. Whatever you play.
Okay. Sorry, I threw off our flow at the end there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Only white people do that.
What?
Killing the vibe and ruining the mood.
Wow.
Wow. I say you end the show back there. I hope that's where it ends.
Yeah,
I'm still recording.
I'm going to cut off the last 5 minutes and we'll just end it. So yeah, with that, this has been the PSBS episode 42. Yeah,
Andrew Arenas, co-host.
Run while we can. Bye.
Yep. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week.